whether or not they actually are attracted to me or they think they should.
I definitely second this. I've noticed I've dyed my hair like a bunch of different colors, and I've been blonde a few times, and every time I was blonde and I was dating, I definitely attracted a lot of men. Like, I would say around like 60 to 70% of them that I could just tell that they didn't like me. They just liked how I looked, and like she said, like, it was someone that they thought they should be with, but I would quickly realize they weren't actually asking anything about me. And these men tend to be quite like sexually like aggressive, or like just like forward in a way that's not okay, or like because they kind of view you like as a trophy, and it's more like they just want you because you look good besides them, and because when you go out in public, whether you want to admit it or not, like, a man having a beautiful like wife or girlfriend, like, it does attract more attention, because just like people turn and look at you when you walk in the room. And men who want a trophy, they think too that the attention that you're getting is also like, eventually I feel like they become delusional and they think that they're getting the attention too, but then they quickly learn that's not the case when they're not like in public with their wife, I feel like. But yeah, anyway, I think the most extreme example of someone who honestly it might have been a bit of a fetish for them to, like, the ones who are weirdly like sexually like forward, especially like the first day I would be talking to them. One of them, I had a guy who like stopped he like broke it off. Well, I kind of did. He like got mad at me because I dyed my hair. I was like really blonde and I dyed it like dark and then pink, and like before I dyed it he told me that he didn't want me to do it, and I was like, I'm gonna dye my hair anyway, I don't care. I'm not dyeing my hair for you, and it's not like we're like actually boyfriend girlfriend yet, and even if we were I would still do it, because that's like one of the things that irritates me the most, is like being told what to wear and like how to do my makeup, because that's how I express myself, is like through fashion and how I like paint my face. But anyway, he got really mad when that happened. He told me now that I was ugly. So I was like, okay, well, now I'm feeling like you have a fetish for blonde hair, which is fucking weird. And then I was like, well, okay, I'm not like dyeing it back. So I think I like blocked him or added him. I can't exactly remember how it ended, but that experience definitely taught me, like, oh, there's a lot of men out there who just want to, like, be with me because of how I look, and they don't actually want to get to know me as a person, which it was honestly kind of devastating for me, especially because I was so young when I, like, kind of put that together, like, 17, 18, and then, like, once I learned that, then I was like, damn, it's, like, 8 or 9 out of 10 guys who are like this. Like, I've met very few men that, like, I went on dates with, or, like, I, like, was close to getting in a, like, an actual relationship with. Like, they actually asked me questions about, like, my character and, like, personality and, like, you know, like, just good questions, basically. And also stuff not about my appearance. Honestly, like, compliments about my appearance, like, I like them, but they just don't hit the same, because, like, I've been told that many times, and I honestly, like, tell myself that I'm beautiful and all of that, so I don't really, like, need it from anyone. Like, but that doesn't mean, like, I don't appreciate compliments. I just feel like I don't need them anymore, and I really appreciate compliments more now that are not based on my appearance, because I feel like that's a really easy thing to compliment, because it's just, you know, on my face, on my body, like, what I look like, you know? And then also, too, like, I've noticed, this is kind of off topic, but kind of on topic with, like, also, like, when I was blonde and how I looked, like, I I have a bigger top, to me, for sure, on the bigger side, and I feel like that also attracted men who were into, like, just, like, that look. I don't know. It was just odd. And two, one thing that sucks is, like, I'm so tired of, like, being sexualized with, like, any type of shirt I wear, because, like, there's no way, like, I can hide mine, you know? And, like, it's annoying that, like, a top or a dress that's on me can, like, be considered, like, slutty or, like, inappropriate, or, like, but, like, if someone wore the same, like, top as me and they had a small chest, it would be called, like, elegant, or, like, I don't know. I hope that someone understands that. Because I feel like I've seen other women talk about that, but then that, like, goes into dress code, too, because I noticed that my friends who were, going through puberty earlier than I did and developing earlier than I did, they would get dress coded on things that I would not get dress coded on. And I put together pretty quickly that it was because that they looked just, like, more developed than I was, and they were always taller than me, too. But all of the evidence, like, anecdotal evidence I've gathered from dating has just taught me that men who, like, say that women are shallow or care too much about appearance are just projecting. Because, like, a lot of men, like, if you ask them, they will say, like, they wouldn't date a woman that they don't find sexually attractive, or, like, someone that they're not physically attracted to. And I think women think that, like, men will, like, because I feel like a lot of girls growing up were, like, taught, oh, just give the nice guy a chance. Just give, like, the more ugly guy a chance, you know? A guy who's not as conventionally attractive, or attractive to you, specifically. But that's unfair to me, because men are never taught that. Boys are never taught that. And I feel like women only see men doing that in film, which is why they think that happens. But, like, in my opinion, it really doesn't in real life, because, like, men they aren't conditioned like that to give the ugly girl a chance. But honestly, I don't think that women are ugly, like, any of them, TBH. But, like, a common thing, like, in the manosphere and, like, red pill, is, like, that women want a man who has 6 figures, has a six-pack, and is 6 feet tall. But I feel like that's actually through the male gaze about what men want from other men. That's not what women want from men in a dating relationship. Because if you notice, like, the relationships between men and women that are the most healthy, the man is comfortable being feminine and is in tune with the feminine side of his humanity. Because, like, if you're with a person who isn't tapped into the feminine or hasn't healed that, then they are eventually going to resent you, in my opinion, like, for, like, just having the energy that you do as a woman. And I will say, like, sure, there are women who have those 6 types of standards, but I will say, like, every woman I know, like, even if you are dating for money or, like, literally being a sugar baby, you still want to go out with men that you can at least have a back and forth with, and that you can have conversations with. And then eventually you learn, like, how deep they can go with their thoughts and their feelings and all of that. But, like, that's what it just feels like. All of it is projection.